You're back with another one. This time we got When Old Anime Characters Showcase Their Power by VinnyTube. If you like the video, comment, subscribe. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't have any issues with the VinnyTube. You know, normally I'll be yeah, we got this one, and they're a little off sometimes, but no, VinnyTube solid. I just got to give them their flowers real quick. VinnyTube solid. I never really have a problem with VinnyTube, like other anime top 10 list channels. But yeah, so we got When Old Anime Characters Showcase Their Power in Anime. Make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe, and let's go. If you see anything fluffy moving on me, I got my dog in my lap.
Never underestimate someone by their
can't behave,
appearance.
so she
Such a
doesn't
classic
belong
adage
on the
that has
floor
stood the
right now.
test of time. Now, while it's true in reality, it's an anime where we see it taken to extremes. Seriously, how many of the super cool and badass characters in anime are old men? People who look frail and washed up by all means end up being some of the most overpowered monsters in their respective series.
Yep.
Today, I'm going to be sharing some moments where old men in anime showcase their power and did a little flexing of their own. Because
Whitebeard,
those young gun protagonists and rivals can't claim those moments as exclusively their own, right? Let's open things up with Bleach.
From is that Benimaru? Okay, Yamamoto. But is Benimaru from that the old man from Rimuru Tempest? I know that's not the name of the anime. It's time I got reincarnated with slime, but I just I feel like that'd be a better name of the show, Rimuru Tempest, because it sounds really cool. And of course that's his name.
It could be because the sequel is inching closer and closer, but I feel that it's also because Bleach is one of the most stereotypical representations of the old man character in Yamamoto. The leader of the Gotei 13 gets his time to shine in real combat towards the climax of the fake Garakura town arc, where he stands fully prepared to face Aizen. Unfortunately for him though, Aizen has prepared a secret weapon to deal with him. Having his powers sealed off by Wonder Wise, Yamamoto decides to give the Arrancar a good old beating. Yeah, who says Bleach should be all about magical swords when physical combat, hardened by centuries of training, manages to let Yamamoto obliterate his supposed counter? Take note that Wonder Wise had also come from a presumed off-screen win against Kensei, so this guy's no slouch. And if you want to see more of Yamamoto in action, get ready for the 1000-year Blood War arc, where he'll finally unleash his full power in the upcoming battles.
Bro, I knew Yamamoto from the first time I saw him. I knew he was gonna be powerful. Like you just look at him. He's big. He's old. It's anime. You know he's gonna be powerful. But I didn't know he's gonna be that powerful. I knew he had a broken Zanpakuto, but bro, I've read up on his Zanpakuto. It's disgusting. It's dirty. It's actually filthy. Yuck. But it's like that good.
Since
That's
we're
how
on the topic of samurai and shonen anime, why not continue with Gintama?
I think I just watched the top 10 list with this fight on it, but I don't remember what the topic
of
was.
Kabuki District, Jirocho's appearance alone would be enough to send warning bells blaring against any opponent. However, any title or nickname an anime character has to hype him will eventually have to be put to the test. For Jirocho, he gets the chance to do so in a battle against the series protagonist in episode 211 of Gintama. Fueled by rage, Gintoki lashes out and wastes no time nailing Jirocho with quick attacks. He gets the first hit in, and we're treated to a visual spectacle of swords clashing, but fans immediately noticed that something was wrong. Gintoki was in full attack mode, but Jirocho simply brushed everything off with his calm parries. Then, he easily turns the tides and hands Gintoki one of the most decisive defeats he's ever received up to that point of the show, easily defending his title and showing our protagonist an important lesson in approaching combat.
He really getting folded. My goodness.
Next up is a fairy tale moment.
Oh, Makarov, okay. Makarov was broken, though. Fairy Law was disgusting. And I literally just finished talking about Fairy
Tale. A lot
Tail.
simpler in Fairy Tale.
How much
just
I don't
fun
like
and
the ending.
easy guild adventures sandwiched between long and serious arcs. One such serious arc was the guild war between Fairy Tail and Phantom Lord. Well, there were lots of battles, but in the end it came down to Guild Master Jose taking on some of the best Fairy Tail had to offer at that point: Urza, Grey, and Elfman. Those three didn't fare too well against a wizard saint like Jose. Thankfully, who else to come to the rescue but good old Makarov? There was a lot of trash talking between the two masters of the battling but even Jose's best efforts at defeating Makarov proved futile against the latter's ultimate magic, fairy lore. This is a great moment and a nice debut for Makarov. We haven't seen much of this guy before, but this extended squash fight would teach people not to underestimate this jolly old man. And we haven't heard anything out of Jose since that total annihilation.
Terrified. Wasn't his hair black? Whoa.
We can take a...
I didn't expect Makarov's voice to be so deep. He sounded like... Back up, Lexi. He sounded like, yeah, my name is Makarov. And like, he's got that grizzled grandpa voice in English. And like in Fairy Tale and sub, he got that deep, like, hey, I'm about to beat your ass voice. But he had black hair, so he was so terrified his hair changed colors. Also, one more thing about Fairy Tale, Elfman's redesign, because we saw it like somewhere around here. Oh, where was it?
Guildmaster Jose taking on some of the best Fairy Tale had to offer at that point.
Look at Elfman's his design before the time skip, and then after the time skip, I was so disappointed in that. I was just like, bro.
Ray and Elfman, those three didn't. We can take a trip back in time with a
I did
Helsing
not like
moment.
it. Pretty much, it reminded me of Frankie for one, even though I saw that one first, but just as a comparison. So I like Frankie's one earlier his first.
When talking about badass and
pre-time skip, I like Frankie's pre-time skip design more than the post-time skip is what I'm trying to say.
made butlers, people would unsurprisingly gravitate towards Sebastian. But I think Helsing's Walter deserves some love too. It just so happens that he gets overshadowed by the crazier members of the cast. But this battle butler has a mean streak of his own. All you have to see is how effortless he makes carnage seem with this moment in the anime. It's a complete 180 turn as his calm walk turns into flawless massacre. Masterfully using his wires, he makes short work of everyone in sight. It didn't matter that they're relentlessly shooting at him, Walter just goes on doing what he does best. And all the time, he's just toying with the opposition. People say that we should look out for Alucard, but it turns out that the whole Helsing organization, down to the retainer, is just full of dangerous badasses. But hey, speaking of badasses, how about I introduce you to the sponsors of this video?
Oh, okay. I thought it was about to say Cars. I was about to say Cars. That's a reach.
Express. See a brand new. Let's proceed with a moment from Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, who? Netero. Wait, gives her the what? Oh, the hand. I thought it said something completely different.
You all knew this was coming, right? What better example of an old character showing off than putting the spotlight on Netero once more? Netero versus Meruem. Not quite because I want to feature something that's less talked about. Thus, we talk about Netero versus Bito. Looking at how Kite got absolutely crushed, you'd have thought that this could have been more of a fight. But no, the whole sequence just went by in slow-mo, along with chilling music and letting the moment sink in. Despite being one of the strongest characters in the series, Bito never knew what hit them, and Netero simply brushed his opponent away in one of the most disrespectful ways possible. Never count an old man
Netero was so broken. He was so absolutely broken.
out, especially one who's a fan of Doom.
Wait.
Isn't that right, Sato? The most dangerous character in the series, Sato refuses to go down without a fight, resulting in this one-man army moment from episode 12 of the series. Surrounded by enemies, Sato decides to do the most logical thing and simply go gung-ho on everyone. It's like one of those Hollywood thriller shootouts, except now you're not supposed to be rooting for the one doing the shooting, but he did it just all so seamlessly, so methodically, so smoothly. Seeing Sato move around like he's 16 as opposed to 60 is quite a thing to marvel at. I can't help but be caught up in the action as he so flawlessly defeats everyone in sight, and contrary to his claim that the skirmish tired him out, he sure didn't seem wasted when he unloaded on all those enemies. Now, this is a good way to push the main antagonist with the ending of the series on the horizon. The final showdown will be a sight to see.
Yeah, no. He should not be able to survive that. Riot Gear, they all had shotguns. Oh, you went down? All right, go ahead. Riot Gear, they all had shotguns. There's no way that they should be able to survive that. Ain't no way. I wouldn't even try that. I wouldn't even try it.
One-man army moment, this time from FMA.
Fura King Bradley.
I know. King Bradley, in terms of appearance, isn't exactly what you'd equate as an old man, but officially, he is 60, and you know that I couldn't pass off a chance to show off this awesome moment. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The time King Bradley stood solo against an entire army blockade. Yeah, there's
Bro, he had a tank running for their lives. And he still won.
nothing stopping his charge. Not tanks, not bullets, and definitely not pathetic soldiers who look completely scared at what he was doing. The way King Bradley just rushes in, not a damn given to the opposition, would make anyone think he's just playing with these enemies, playing a merciless game in the most spectacular fashion possible. Where else can you see a guy destroying tanks in close quarters and slicing through bullets, all while looking completely unfazed? It's really impressive to think that at this point, King Bradley is way past his physical prime. Imagine what peak Bradley could have done.
And he really pulled up with a sword, and that's it.
We wrap this up with an iconic...
No, they really put respect on his name. They put respect on his name. That's what you mean. When you say put respect on my name, that's what it is. They were terrified. They were shaking in their boots.
moment from One Piece.
Just like they put respect on Whitebeard too. They jumped him, and then he was like, "Do you not know who I am?"
Than this. Whitebeard's appearance at Ace's execution looked to be a beacon of hope. However, the old captain finds himself overwhelmed by the relentless assault of the Marines as well as a Kainu. Anyone would have been rendered helpless against hundreds of different kinds of wounds, but this is Whitebeard we're talking about. Those would be nowhere near enough to put him out of commission, and he soon gets a second win before flexing his strength in an earth-shaking display, wiping the floor on the entire Marine squad. Even in his super weakened state, Whitebeard still manages to come out on top, looking as cool as he could be and standing triumphantly against everyone. Speaking of standing up though, by the end of this arc, he's cemented as one of the most badass old men in Battle Shonen, but I think we can leave that one for another time. For now, let's look back and appreciate this astonishing moment of endurance and power.
What they need to do is they need to like have a flashback for all the like cool characters and show that they haven't had their this done, but like show them how they got their devil fruits. Like I need to see how Whitebeard got his devil fruit because I don't think they ever said it in the show. They did for Big Mom. They did for I don't think they did for Kaido, but no, I think they did. I think he got it at God Valley. Maybe. That might be wrong, but I think they actually did. Yeah, like all the cool characters. Like I keep calling him Sandman, but Crocodile, because I saw a thing where it was like Gaara versus Crocodile, and then like obviously Crocodile wins that. Gaara's a disappointment. Honestly, he's just disappointing from the first arc. But we're not talking about Naruto, anyways. But Crocodile, I need to see how he got his devil fruit. I need his whole backstory and everything. Jewelry Bonnie, stuff like that. I want like just that moment because they did that for Ace. They showed how Ace got his devil fruit in I think it was SBS because he was just on some island with his first mate trapped, and then they were like looking for some food and they just found the devil fruit there. Very rare in East Blue apparently, from what I've been told.
And that does it for this list. 8 moments where...
Oh, that was it? I should have just waited. I went on my whole rant. I think there was another one on there. Only anime where the older you are, only in anime where the older you are, the more badass you become. Facts. Just some guy without a mustache. Okay. Whitebeard and Netherworld surpassed the high expectations everyone had for them. This not even the top 10. No wonder it felt so short. There was something I wanted to talk about, but I'll talk about it in the next video. So I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Bye.